Today we're talking about the 10 must-know facts before going to the Philippines. So before you pack your bags and set off on your adventure, there are some crucial things you need to know. Whether you're planning to relax on a pristine beach, explore bustling cities, or immerse yourself in the local cuisine, this video will cover all of the necessary points like affordability, weather, language, and most importantly, safety in the Philippines. Stick around because we'll also be throwing in some bonus info that most travelers overlook, as well as some tips as to how to get yourself out of a sticky situation if you end up in one. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Number 1. The language barrier isn't what you think. One of the most common concerns for travelers is the language barrier, but here's the thing. You might be surprised to learn that English is widely spoken throughout the Philippines. In fact, it's one of the country's official languages, so you'll find most signs, menus, and even government documents are in English. This makes it incredibly easy to walk around and communicate with locals. But here's where it gets interesting. Learning a few basic phrases in Tagalog can get you a long way. It shows respect and often leads to warmer interactions. So should you rely on English alone or try to learn some local phrases? Well, the answer is obvious. Just try to learn the basic phrases like hello, goodbye, thank you, my apologies, and trust me, you'll be perceived way better. And stay tuned because we're going to go into more detail about why it's important for you to use the local language. Number 2, it's all about island hopping. When you think of the Philippines, what comes to mind? Pristine beaches, clear waters, and endless adventures, right? Well, you're right. The Philippines is an island hopper's dream with over 7,000 islands. The challenge is deciding which one to visit. Palawan, Cebu, and Siargao are just a few of the popular choices. But there are countless lesser-known gems waiting to be discovered. But here's a little-known fact. Some of the best islands are only accessible by boat, and the journey is half of the adventure. So how do you choose the right islands to visit? And what's the best way to experience them? Well, stay tuned as we dive deeper into that as we go on. Fact number 3. Filipino hospitality is unlike anything you've ever experienced. Travelers to the Philippines often rave about one thing, the hospitality. This spirit of community and kindness is deeply ingrained in Filipino culture. Don't be surprised if you're invited into someone's home for a meal or offered help without even asking. The warmth and generosity of the people here are unparalleled, making the Philippines one of the most welcoming places in the world. But there's a twist to it. While hospitality is abundant, it's important to understand that the local customs and etiquette. That goes back to learning some of the languages, as we talked about earlier. So how do you navigate these social nuances to ensure that you're showing respect and not inadvertently offending anyone? Well, it's important that you keep your wits about you and you're able to read the room. Plus, don't be afraid to ask questions. People love when others are interested in their cultures, so show your interest. And speaking of which, that brings us into number 4. The best time to visit isn't what you expect. Timing is everything. When it comes to travel, the Philippines is no exception. Most guidebooks will tell you to visit during the dry season, from November to April. But here's what they don't tell you. Some of the most vibrant festivals and unique experiences happen during the rainy season, from June to October. And not only that, the dry season is when most tourists decide to flock in, so prices are going to be through the roof. And yes, there is more rain, but it's also a time where the landscapes are lush, the waterfalls are full, and the crowds are thinner. The rain is often short-lived, followed by the bright sunshine. So if you're looking for a more authentic experience with less crowds, the wet season might be it for you. Number 5. It's more affordable than you think. Budget travelers, rejoice. The Philippines offers incredible value for money, making it one of the most affordable destinations in Southeast Asia. From delicious street food to budget-friendly accommodations and inexpensive transportation, you can stretch your money further than any other tourist hotspot. But here's the catch. While the country is generally affordable, there's still plenty of opportunities to overspend if you're not careful. So, what's the secret to traveling on a budget in the Philippines without missing out on the best experiences? Well, it can be useful to go with a local guide because they might give you the best tips when it comes to spending money and how much things normally cost, just to make sure that you're not overspending. And speaking of spending money, what is the main thing that people spend their money on when they travel? Yep, you guessed it. Number 6, Filipino cuisine is a flavor adventure. Prepare your taste buds for a culinary adventure. It's a melting pot of flavors, influenced by Malay, Spanish, Chinese, and American cultures. Whether it's the savory adobo, crispy lechon, or refreshing halo halo, there's something for everyone. But here's a crucial tip that you must know before you dine over there. Not all the best foods are found in the restaurants. Some of the most authentic and delicious dishes are served by street vendors and in small family-run eateries. So where can you find these best eats, and what dishes should you absolutely try? Well, you remember how earlier we talked about learning some words in the language, right? Well, even though most people speak English over there, it'll be useful to use the language because it shows people that you're truly making an effort to immerse yourself in the culture. And with that, they'll let you in on all the lesser known secrets as to where to eat, where to hang out, so on and so forth. This is generally true regardless of the culture that you enter into, because no matter what, the most interesting people are the people that are interested, which means you showing genuine interest into somebody or their culture. It goes a long way, trust me. Number 7, another big thing, traffic in major cities. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. If you're planning to explore major cities like Manila or Cebu, be prepared for some serious gridlock. Traffic can be intense, especially during rush hour, and public transportation options like jeepneys and buses can be crowded. But here's the silver lining. Once you know how to navigate the system, you can avoid the worst of it. So, what's the best way to get around, and how can you avoid the dreaded traffic jams? We've got some insider tips that will save you time and stress. There's definitely a way to beat the traffic in the Philippines' congested cities. The key is to avoid traveling during rush hours, which is typically between 7 to 10 a.m. and 5 to 8 p.m. Use ride-sharing apps like Grab, or consider renting a motorbike if you're comfortable navigating the streets. In cities like Manila or Cebu, the metro and train system are also efficient ways to get around. Additionally, walking and planning activities within close proximity to your accommodations can save you time and stress. Number 8, respecting the local culture and customs. The Philippines is a country rich in tradition and culture, with strong ties to its religious and indigenous roots. While Filipinos are known for their warm hospitality, it's important to respect local customs and traditions, including everything from dressing modestly in rural areas and religious sites to showing proper respect during festivals and ceremonies. But here's something you might not know. Some customs vary widely between regions, so what's acceptable in one area might not be in another. How do you navigate these cultural differences and ensure you're being respectful? Well, let's see. Yes, understanding these cultural nuances can significantly deepen your experience in the Philippines. Always be respectful, especially in religious or rural areas. Dress modestly, particularly when visiting churches or temples. And be mindful of local traditions and ceremonies. Ask lots of questions. Learning basic etiquette such as using po and opo for polite conversation will earn respect from locals. By embracing the local culture, you'll not only gain deeper insights, but also foster meaningful connections with the people you meet. Number 9, the Philippines is a nature lover's paradise. If you're a nature enthusiast, the Philippines is a dream come true. From the world-famous Banaue rice terraces to the active volcanoes and pristine beaches, the country offers a diverse range of natural wonders to explore. But a little-known fact, the Philippines is home to some of the most biodiverse marine life on the planet, making it a top destination for diving and snorkeling. But that's not all. The country also boasts lush jungles, hidden waterfalls, and remote hiking trails that are often overlooked. So what are the must-visit attractions, and how can you experience them sustainably? So stay tuned as we get into it. Without a doubt, the Philippines could be the ultimate destination for eco-adventures. Whether you're hiking through Banaue rice terraces, diving into the two Bataha reefs, or exploring hidden waterfalls in Kaminguing. By choosing eco-friendly travel options and supporting sustainable tourism, you'll help preserve these natural wonders for future generations. It's a treasure trove of biodiversity, and it's waiting for you to explore it. Number 10, safety tips you must know. Now let's address a common concern, safety. The Philippines is generally a safe country for travelers, but like any destination, it's important to be aware of your surroundings and take precautions. While the majority of Filipinos are friendly and welcoming, there are areas that tourists should exercise increased caution. But here's a reassuring fact. The most popular tourist spots are usually very safe, with a strong police presence and focus on protecting visitors. So, what should you know to stay safe and enjoy your trip without worry? We'll share essential safety tips and advice to help you navigate the Philippines confidently. To ensure a safe and worry-free adventure, follow these simple steps. Stick to well-lit, populated areas at night. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash. And be cautious when using ATMs. If you're visiting rural or less traveled areas, do your research and check for any travel advisories. Keep an eye out on your belongings in crowded places, and use registered transportation services. By following these basic safety guidelines, you'll be able to explore the Philippines with confidence and peace of mind. And for those of you guys who are still with us, we sincerely thank you. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what it is that you want to see next. We would sincerely love to hear from you. And as a thank you, we have a bonus. And it's a location, which is the enchanting Siquijor Island. And now, as promised, we have a bonus location. Often overlooked by tourists, this small island is known for its mystical charm and unspoiled natural beauty. Siquijor is surrounded by white sand beaches and clear waters, perfect for snorkeling and diving. But it's the island's spiritual side that really sets it apart. Known as the Island of Fire, due to the eerie glow of swarms and fireflies at night. Siquijor is steeped in local folklore and is famous for its healers, who practice traditional medicine. But there's more to Siquijor than just the mysticism. Hidden waterfalls such as Cambugay Falls and serene mountain views make it a must-visit for anyone looking to experience a different side of the country. So why is Siquijor still a hidden gem? Perhaps it's because the island offers an experience that goes beyond the ordinary. A perfect blend of nature, culture, and mystique. Could this be your next off-the-beaten-path adventure? And there you have it, folks. 10 most know facts before visiting the Philippines, plus a bonus location that you'll want to add to your itinerary. Whether you're drawn to the vibrant culture, the breathtaking nature, or warm hospitality, the Philippines has something for everyone. We truly hope this guide helped you and it will make your trip to the Philippines a lot easier. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it to your travel buddies, and don't forget to subscribe to BestNet Travel for more travel guides and hidden gems from around the world. Stay safe, and we hope you enjoy your journey to the Philippines. Happy travels.